We're going to get started straight away by looking at those songs that just didn't quite make the grade in Latvia.
Don't be afraid, there's nowhere you can cross the line. No, I know you wanna. All I hear is la 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 la. Kitty cat, I wanna play with you. Kitty cat, if it's okay. You're the poison in my eye. You won't let me see what's there inside. I'm an outsider, outsider. Tick tock, what is waiting for us at an answer? If you're thirsty on the cross.
Oh, love me, please me, don't you leave me. Love me, please me, kiss and squeeze me. Oh, love me, please. Выберемо кохання на чисту воду. Виберемо кохання, щоб
Phil and Michelle, let's go straight to you. Is it the year of novelty acts? What's going
I
on?
don't know what's going on. There must be something in the water somewhere because everybody's gone mental. I loved it. It was absolutely brilliant.
It was a bit all over the place, but yeah, it was Kaya Tam again, Mark 2, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was better than Katzen.
To be fair, it wasn't the only bonkers. Well, there was quite a bit of bonkers, wasn't there?
Yeah, yeah.
Was it?
I think normally they must get
so.
filtered out, so people mustn't be coming forward with proper songs. They're going, we need some fillers. What should we do? Stick the Mad Cat Lady in. That'll do. That'll kill 3 minutes.
Do you know what? I'm just pleased you had fun living your best life with those ones. Were there any you think that should have done better than they did? Any you would have?
Yeah, I'm gonna put my spectacles on for this.
Oh, she's getting serious.
I listened to Ecto and I thought, I can't even tell you what genre the song is. It's really weird and fascinating, and it's bloody brilliant. I really liked it. I don't know what genre it is. I don't know what was going on stage, but it was a bit. It reminded me a little bit of Luke Black from last year, the sort of, but more extreme. And I think that's maybe why I liked it. But I think Ecto should have done better than it did.
I liked Rock and Roll Supernova as well. I thought that was lots of fun.
I sort of liked half of Vestials until the man started singing. I really liked the gentleness of the song, and then he sort of spoilt it for me. But I definitely think Ecto, I think they've missed a trick there.
Definitely, yeah.
Let's think about some of these songs here. I mean, do you reckon there was enough variety in Supernova?
all these songs, the first minute sounds very decent, and then they totally go off the rails with those the bleep bleep and the yeah, and I didn't know what was going on there. There was actually one song of the whole bunch of those that I actually found listenable, and that was the Funkin' with a Funkin' Biz. That was musically the most interesting for me. It was the one I actually heard actual instruments, which wasn't out of the computer, and it didn't at least give me a headache. Yeah, the Kitty Cat song was bonkers. I kind of like that on another level, not so musically, but then again, I'm allergic to cats and I don't eat pussy, so no. But the rest, oh yeah, the rest it was all this noise. I couldn't fathom anything. I couldn't make a song out of it.
Who were your favourite Latvian losers?
Of all the national finals I've watched so far this year, it was by far and away the best. It was an absolutely brilliant show. 7 of the songs will be my playlist on. But you know, the young couple that began, I thought they were brilliant. I just thought it's really simple, melodic, beautiful vocals. Got a bit manic at times, but back to the beautiful vocals again. I really loved it. The second song, Have Mine. Again, catchy, chart-friendly pop. Very well sung, very distinct. I could hear every word that was sung. It kind of reminded me of like electro pop, sort of Pet Shop Boys-ish. The third song, Papira Lid Massinus. Again, catchy rock pop. Lots of la-la-las in it. Cat song. Absolutely love it. It was just so catchy. I just love it. Ecto Outsider. Dark, electro pop, I wrote down, and I completely agree with Michelle. I wrote down here Luke Black style was reminding me of early Human League.
The thing I was just going to say is Kerr brilliant. I thought Mindbreaker was quite a fun song. The Cat song, it was sort of like jokes entry, but it didn't joke enough. I think if they'd have taken it to the extreme, a bit like Finland, may have done better. I absolutely loved Funkin' Biz, sorry. I thought that was absolutely amazing. I thought that was absolutely lovely, and the idea of getting a jazz song coming to Eurovision would have just been amazing. And I also, the other song that really sort of like struck me was Ecto. Again, it's one of those songs that I thought it almost felt like it was an unfinished song. So if he'd have almost like put it in for next year, that could have been a really good song and actually done really well. But there's a lot of what I did notice with a lot of the Latvian songs, which I absolutely loved the show as well. Sort of like a lot of songs have a lot of dark hidden meanings to it. And you just want to say, "Are you okay, hun?" sort of thing.
That, do you know what? That would be funny. Just let's move on to Elena.
Well, my favorite was actually the Alex Silver one. I really, really liked it. And not because he's a good looking guy, but just because it was all of ticking my boxes. I was like a little bit sad that he didn't win. I also liked Ecto, and the other ones I just thought were crap. And like the kiddie song, I was like, sorry, come on. It's for kids or they're straight dads, but I was like, really? Come on.
Yeah,
In another show, not Eurovision, that will be like a high hit, but
it was
yeah.
it was a unique performance, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
We'll swiftly move on to Sean on this as well, just to finish all of this off as we look at the Latvian losers. I know, Sean, where do you even start with this? I mean, do you think Latvia needs to rethink Supernova next year?
I think maybe it was just a bit all over the place. You could argue that there was something for everyone, maybe. The Cat song, completely bizarre. I love it. Oh, Nick, quote of the season. It's not the most lyrically deep song that you'll ever find, is it? The Cat song, but it was a fun 3 minutes. It's not going anywhere, is it? I put on my comments when I watched it, this isn't going anywhere, but it finished third. So there you go. What do I know? Ecto, electronic, moody. I was enjoying it. I just thought the second part of the song was a little bit of a mess. I think they tried to be a bit too clever, a bit too arty. And I think it took away maybe from the song a little bit. I don't know. A bit too arty with the staging. I'm not sure if it works. I have mixed feelings about that one in the end. TikTok, I mean, what's the year? What's the year without a song called TikTok? I think every year has got to have a song called TikTok in its national selection somewhere along the line. Unfortunately, there's nothing about this that made me tick. Rock and Roll Supernova. Edward's been in it before, hasn't he? A couple of years ago. Open Road, I think his song was. And it was okay. I quite enjoyed it. If I'm starting to like country, does that mean I'm really getting old? I don't know. Answers on a postcard, please. And I don't know, for the show, I thought it was a decent song to end the show. He's got a good voice, lively upbeat number. And I really enjoyed it. Yeah, so a handful of really decent songs in there, yeah.
Let's take a look at the song that actually won. This is Don's with Hollow.
Oh, you'll see me cry in rivers I might drown. So cruelly, I'm drifting in and out of who I am. See, it's killing me slow, trying to make me just another believer. Yeah, I'd rather let them dig my grave shallow instead of sailing out of something so hollow.
Eline, how's this going to do at Eurovision?
Well, it's a crazy year, so I have no idea. I hope it will do good because it's actually one I really like now, but I have no idea how it will do.
You see it as a qualifier?
I hope so, because yet again, I don't really like a lot of other countries at the moment. So it's definitely my qualifier. And also I like really the fact that it's like a whole package. Like a lot of acts are like the singing or dancing or the performance, and this one has it all. Him standing alone on stage doesn't feel empty, so I'm really happy that they choose this one.
Paul and Andrew, let's go to you guys. How important is it that Latvia gets all three elements of these, as Eline said, the staging, the performance?
Well, I think for me, it was the song. I didn't rate it very much on the actual show, but when you listen to it again, and then a second, a third time, a fourth time, actually it comes and it's much deeper and it's better. So I think that's the one thing where it may struggle, in the fact that most of the Eurovision people who watch semi-final may have only seen this song once or twice, and then will it stand out from if there's a lot of other ballads? It's it's a good song. It's one of those songs that I just think it just needs almost like a couple of dances, something just to engage with a little bit more.
I just didn't like this song. It comes across to me, I wrote down, and I apologise if I offend anyone, but Duncan Lawrence meets Leonard Cohen meets Hosier meets Silence of the Lambs.
Oh,
Dressed up like Hannibal Lecter, and I just don't like the song.
We are all entitled to our opinion, Paul. And you know what? That is what makes us all a diverse, brilliant group of Eurovision fans.
I completely agree with Paul on every word that he said about this song. It does absolutely nothing for me at all. Nothing. I wasn't moved. I thought it was rubbish. I thought with everything that we'd seen from the whole show, and they picked that out of everything. No.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with Michelle, I'm afraid. I thought he sang it very well. He's got a great voice. But it's just, it's not my sort of thing anyway. But I thought it just plundered along, and it was just a bit of a cliched Eurovision ballad for me. And after seeing all of the other much more interesting songs, I thought this was just a bit too formulaic, I'm afraid.
There have been some really cracking comments in the chat, and thank you for them this evening. Donna said it's a beautiful ballad. The staging was very generic, but sometimes that can work not to detract from his vocal message. Anita says, I like the Latvian song, very beautiful. ESC Manga, I don't remember such a beautiful song from Latvia in recent years. Dan also chimes in here. Hollow is a really nice song. After hearing it for the first time this morning, there is a very Duncan Lawrence feel about it. So therefore, there will be some love for it in Eurovision. Little John UK also says, I really like the song. It's still going on in my head. And we'll leave the final words to our well-known ballad lover at ESC Fan TV. Gustav, who isn't with us on the shows at the moment, says, this is my winner as of now. And thanks for tuning in this evening as well, Gustav. It's always great to see you still watching us. And hello to you as well. Sean, let's go to you. We've seen a lot of novelty acts selected. Finland, case in point, Windows 95 man. Obviously, we saw the Norwegian song get selected. What Latvia is offering here is a beautiful ballad.
Yeah.
Surely there has to be space for that somewhere on the Eurovision stage this year.
I definitely think there is. And I think we could be potentially in a position where there could be 6, 7 or 8 crazy entries maybe this year. And this is going to stand out if that's the case. Now, this guy has got a cracking voice. He's got a really beautiful, strong voice. I really, really like his voice. He's a massive star in Latvia. He's had 8 albums out. He's won Song of the Year 5 times. And this is his 3rd time of entering Supernova. He's done it twice before, and he came second both times in 2010 and 2014. You know, this time he's gone one step further. 3rd time lucky, he's won it. And I think it's thoroughly deserved. It's a really good, strong ballad, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that whatsoever. If a slight criticism, I think maybe they should work on the staging a little bit. There's plenty of time to do that between now and May. I think they're in for a decent result with this song. I really, really do. I just hope the public get behind it, because it'll probably do better off in the final than the semis. It's probably going to be a borderline qualifier because there's no juries in the semi-finals. So we'll have to see. But I hope they'll just get the staging right, and I think they should sail through to the final.
I mean, the semi-final. There's only 15 countries in the semi-final anyway, isn't there?
Yeah, but still, yeah.
So we can keep fingers crossed there. Nick,
Latvia has sent beautiful songs in the past. For example, last year, that was such a moving song, one of my favorites, and thoroughly undeserved non-qualifier. Where they have this year a very predictable, ticking all the boxes, going from A to B to C to D. It doesn't stand out in any way except for his voice. And the first minute of the song, it really is promising. But then he's going to deliver his message in a more shouty way. It was like, okay, now you lost me. And in a year with so much hysterical songs, with so much bangers and so much colors and confetti all over the place, you really have to, if you are going to do a ballad, you have to really stand out and take the opposite route by keeping it small. I think then they had a chance to really progress to the final. And now it's borderline, like Sean said, but a good song doesn't have to depend on the juries, I guess. Duncan Lawrence got massive televote points and massive jury points, A good song has both. And this one, if it has to be dependent on jury votes to get through to the final, I think you have a problem then.
That is a really good point. Wise words indeed. And we're going to keep our fingers crossed for Latvia. We will be back with you next week. Can we just say goodbye to the panel and thank you to the panel? Can we give a big wave, please?
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
We will see you next week. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Bye.